The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I want to share with you an incredible story that I just read last night about Hagoyin Hagadol, Rabbi Avrohom Makovsky, Zechariah Levracha. We've spoken about before. It was a Goyin in Kol HaTorah Kula, and it was also a Goyin Adir in Chesed. One time, somebody came to ask Rabbi Avrohom Makovsky a kasha. And he came to ask him, like, here's a special kasha, what's going to come out in so-and-so case? What's going to be the halacha according to so-and-so thing that you have to come ask a big goyin? What's going to be the halacha in this case? And Rabbi Avrohom Makovsky told him, it's open Gemara, Mefurish Gemara, in so-and-so place, so-and-so daf, that says Mefurish, the halacha like this. Now, if the person said, okay, thank you very much, and he left. After he left, Avrohom Makovsky's son said over the story, he was standing there together with somebody else. One of the people there told Avrohom Makovsky, do you know that person who just asked you the kasha? He said, no. He said, he's a magachir in so-and-so yeshiva. And it was there, together with him, were a few of his talmidim. So Avrohom Makovsky felt very bad, because he realized that means that this magachir came together with his talmidim to ask, like it means they had a shvera, kasha, shaila, what coming out from the sugya, what's going to be the halacha in such and such a case? You have to go ask a big gadol, kilu, what's the kasha, what's the halacha? He walks into Avrohom Makovsky, and Avrohom Makovsky tells him, kilu, to open Gemara. I mean, you didn't know a black and white Gemara. That's a little bit of a busha, of an embarrassment for the Maggid Shir in front of his Talmidim, that they were like asking him a shaila, and they came with the whole preparation, and it comes out that their Rebbe didn't know that it's a black on white Gemara, that he didn't know. Sure. What could you do? A person asked you a kasha, you told him it's a Gemara, what could you do? A few days later, Rabbi Avrohom Makovsky's son was walking somewhere, and somebody he didn't recognize came over to him and said, are you a son of Avrohom Makovsky? He said, yes, I am. He said, I'll tell you something interesting. He said, I learned in so-and-so yeshiva, which is the yeshiva where that person was a Maggid Shir in, who had come to ask him the shaila a few days ago. And he said, today, your father, Rabbi Avrohom, walked into the base medrash. Rabbi Avrohom Makovsky from the Gedolei Hadar. He walked in, and he approached he came over to so-and-so Maggid Shir, who was the person who asked him the shaila a few days ago, and he said, you know something? I have a shvera shaila, something in Teshuvah I don't understand. Maybe you could help me out. And he sat there, and all the bachra and crowded around. Wow, such a vachra. Imagine, from the Gedolei Hadar walks in to one of the Maggid Shir in the yeshiva, and he asks him pshat and something, and the Maggid Shir explained to him. Avrohom said, Gevaldik, moirdik, pshat. Thank you so much. Listen to the unbelievable thing what he did. He went ahead to rectify in case he caused anything chalila, that he should cause a little bit, that maybe it should be lowered the esteem of this Rebbe Maggid Shir in the eyes of the Talmidim. So the way he rectified it was that he went into the Beis Medrash in public, in front of all the Talmidim. They should see that Rabbi Avrohom Makovsky has such a tremendous respect for this Rebbe that he's coming to ask him to, can you please explain me pshat and something? And then the Maggid Shir said something. Rabbi Avrohom Makovsky was known for this, to be able to take whatever someone says and say, wow, thank you so much. You explained to me such a gavaldik pshat, and build him up in front of the eyes of all his Talmidim. The point we have to take out of this story is, we know if somebody has a shvera Gemara he doesn't understand, you don't just say, okay, I have a shvera Gemara, I don't understand it. Yogato matzasa taimin. You have to put toil into understanding the Gemara. Lahavdol, elef avdolis. If somebody has a business deal, that if this business deal goes through, he can make $300,000. And there's effort. He doesn't just say, okay, listen, it's not so easy. I'll have to spend a number of hours working it out. No! He's going to spend those hours because he knows that what's going to be the reward? Making $300,000. It's worth his toil and effort to do it. The same thing that comes with chesed and making sure not to hurt someone's feelings. You don't just say, okay, what can I do? He came and asked me a halacha. I told him a Gemara. Finish. What else should I do? It's not my fault if something happened. But Avrohom Makovsky put toil and effort to go rectify exactly the situation, to go give a special respect to the Rebbe in front of all the Talmidim. And Avrohom Makovsky was famous. He used to say, there's no such situation that a person cannot rectify. He said this benegay people's feelings, benegay is time if someone has a problem. If a person puts toil and effort, and he says, and goes speaks it over with a Adam Gadol, with a Chacham, there's no situation that a person, b'siyata d'shmaya, cannot rectify. Like the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos says, Lo hamed rishua ikar ela hamaisa. It's not just learning and hearing these stories is the main thing. It's the maisa to actually do it. May we all be zeicha to learn and be able to use this story, that we should learn from it, that if we chalila hurt someone's feelings, we should put toil and effort to be able to rectify and build up back the person's feelings.
You've just enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org